Have you ever felt angry because someone treated you badly? Have you ever wanted to get revenge? Today, I want to tell you a story about a man who was treated unfairly for many, many years. But he didn't choose hate. He didn't fight with anger. He chose something more powerful: forgiveness. His name was Nelson Mandela, and his life can teach us more than just history. It can teach us how to be strong and how to use English to understand big ideas. If you understand this story, your English is B1 level. So, are you ready? Nelson Mandela, the man who chose peace over revenge. Forgiveness is more powerful than hate. Nelson Mandela was born in 1918 in a village in South Africa. His birth name was Rolihlahla, which means troublemaker. But don't worry, he was a good boy. His father was a leader of their tribe. When Mandela was young, he listened to the elders. They told stories about bravery, justice, and freedom. Mandela loved learning. He studied hard and became a lawyer. But outside the classroom, life was very unfair. In South Africa, there was a system called apartheid. That word means separateness. Under apartheid, Black people and white people were not equal. Black people couldn't vote. They couldn't live in the same neighborhoods. They had to carry special papers to travel. Even schools and hospitals were different and not fair. Mandela looked around and said, "This is not right. All people should be equal." He joined a group called the ANC, African National Congress. He wanted peaceful change at first, but when the government became violent, Mandela also took stronger actions. He was ready to risk everything for freedom. In 1962, the government arrested Mandela. His crime? Fighting for freedom. They sent him to Robben Island, a prison in the sea. He stayed in a small cell, only a few feet wide. Can you imagine waking up every day in a tiny room? No family, no freedom. For 27 years. But Mandela didn't let anger control him. He read books. He studied politics. He even learned the language of his enemies, Afrikaans, so he could understand them better. He said, "I knew that if I didn't leave my bitterness behind, I'd still be in prison." In 1990, the world was watching. Nelson Mandela finally walked free. People expected him to be angry. They thought he would call for revenge. But he surprised the world. He said, "Let's work together. Let's build a better country." He met with the very people who jailed him. He smiled. He shook hands. He didn't fight with fists. He fought with peace. In 1994, Mandela became the first Black president of South Africa. He brought people together, Black and white, rich and poor, friends and former enemies. Mandela didn't just lead a country, he led hearts. He showed the world something powerful. Forgiveness is not weakness. Forgiveness is strength. He believed that love is something we can learn. No one is born hating another person. People learn to hate, but they can also learn to love, because love comes more naturally to the human heart. He passed away in 2013, but his voice is still with us. I want to be honest with you. When I first learned about Nelson Mandela, I didn't just learn history, I learned something about myself. You see, there were times in my life when people hurt me. Maybe not in big ways, but in small ways that still made me feel angry. A friend who lied to me, someone who made fun of me, a time when someone was unfair. And in those moments I thought, why should I forgive? They don't deserve it. But Mandela's story made me stop and think. He lost 27 years of his life. He was put in prison just for fighting for what's right. And still, he forgave. That taught me something. Forgiveness is not about the other person. It's about me. It's about freeing my heart from anger. If Mandela can forgive the people who locked him away, then maybe I can forgive too. I don't mean we should forget the pain. No. The pain is real. But forgiveness helps us move forward. In my life, when I chose to forgive someone, I felt lighter. I felt stronger. I learned that forgiveness doesn't mean the other person wins. It means you win because you don't let hate control your life. That's what Mandela showed us. And it's a lesson I still carry today. And now I want to ask you, have you ever been in that situation? Someone hurt you. What did you do? Did you forgive them, or is it still hard to forgive? I want to hear your story. Tell me in the comments. Because this channel isn't just about learning English. It's about learning life through English. And together, we can grow as learners and as people. So remember Mandela's words. Forgiveness brings peace. Let's choose peace together. Vivid English Avenue Stories Channel.